Well, hello, and it is Friday. It is finally Friday. I'm very excited. So I, I feel like it's been a while now since I've done any kind of fashion live stream, so that's what we're gonna do today. So hi, if you haven't ever tuned into one of these live streams, I'm Ashley, and like this is Swift Wellness. So if you tuned in like earlier this week, we did like a plant stream, and we do a lot of like health and fitness and home and all of that. So y'all have definitely like kind of challenged me to get out of my comfort zone a little bit, and so we've started doing a little bit more fashion around here. So that's what we're going to do today. And also I think like a holdover from, I don't know, like the holidays and whatnot, we like started doing like all things cozy and stuff. So I wanted to kind of just like lean into that today, and just like really go into it. So if you have any questions, of course, please let me know. It is far more fun for me to talk to y'all than it is like to just talk into the void that is my live stream right now. So if I'm looking over here, I'm always looking just kind of at the chat, see if anybody has any questions or they want me to go back or anything like that. I do have some coupon codes in there, and I also will put a couple into the chat that I have that weren't letting me upload into the stream today for who knows why. Hey Richard, hello, happy Friday. So let's go into it. Of course, Richard's awesome and putting like all of my handles and my socials and all of that. So if you're not already following my storefront, you should. One new thing that I did notice today when I was following some other creators that I like to watch is that there's now, like when you click follow, there's now like a little drop down menu that says live notifications. And like when you click on that, which I find fascinating, you can now click on all live notifications or personalized or none. So if you do want to see me and you do want to jump in onto the live streams, I would just go into personalized notifications. Then you don't have to get them all and you can still watch my stream. So let's kick it off. Mostly starting off with just like tons of pajama sets. Like I said, cozy and comfy is definitely very much the name of the game today. So I'm gonna pull up little videos. What I like to do is I always have the item kind of like behind me or nearby, and then I like to put up a video or a photo of myself wearing something so that you can kind of get like, I'm gonna pull this closer too. You can kind of get like a good feel of like what it looks like in movement and in motion, but then also kind of like a little bit closer view as we speak. So Richard says San Diego State won. I'm not good enough to be on, like up on all of the details on sports and all that stuff. So you're gonna have to like forgive me. Like I should be better about it, right? Okay, so let me put up the tie-dye set, which is the one I was going to lead off with because I think it's probably one of my new favorites. Also, I have no idea. I'm blaming it on like the new iPhones when like I film something and I record it and it comes off kind of yellowy. I don't know what that film setting is. I really don't mean for it to look like that, which is why I like to show it like closer. So this is a really, really lightweight pajama set. That's basically why I wanted to just start with it today, because it's super, super affordable. Literally today, what is it? Under 20 with the big spring sale deals today. So definitely, obviously already really, really affordable. But if you click on the listing and look, there are like 40, I'm kidding, I'm like not joking, like 40 different kind of like tie-dye variations that you can scroll through and choose from. And then the size range goes from small to extra, extra large. So I would very much say to get your normal true size. But when we're talking about anything like, kind of pajamas. Like a lot of people I know like to size up. So I think it's great, kind of loose fitting without sizing up, but just using that kind of as reference. Today's iPhone looks like it's doing a good job. Hey, you know what? I'm glad. I'm happy with it. So let me show it to you in two pieces. This is why I like to show it closer, because it's so much more vibrant kind of here in person. So going obviously into the summer, it's very like warm, or will be soon in a lot of areas of the US. And so I feel like this is like the perfect kind of like lightweight, kind of breathable set. So this is cotton, and then it does have a little bit of stretch in it. So it has a little bit of spandex in it. So it's gonna be really breathable and just very, very soft. So you can see here that it does have like that little Henley top with buttons that do work. I hate decorative buttons. They do work all the way. And then also it's a little bit more kind of like loose throughout the midsection right here. So you can definitely see in the video how it's just kind of flowy. It's not super tight. It's like very relaxed. That chef's kiss is kind of like my favorite. So in person, this does a lot better job to kind of show you. This is kind of like the, kind of purple and blue, and a little bit of orange. So this is called tie-dye light blue purple. So if you're looking and you're like, holy cow, there really are like 40 different color combinations, that's what this one is. I'm wearing my normal size, which is a small, and again, not super short, not really overly long either. And what I really like about this set, and I do have another set in the stream that does have a different kind of fit than this one for sure, is that you can see that these shorts are quite a bit longer. And like, I think when it comes to like pajama shorts, longer for me is personally so much better. I like short sometimes, but I also like large, comfy. Yogi says I like comfy, cozy pajamas. Exactly. Like for me personally, I am much more about like fit and function than like necessarily like what it looks like. But I did want to offer options for both ways, right? But these are also equally like very lightweight. I will say there's not pockets. Of course, I wish there was pockets. Like, I wish there were pockets, but still really good. No pockets on the back either. Obviously, that stretchy waistband, and then also the tie, kind of like a drawstring, like right there around the waist, with this like super cute little kind of like ruffle here on the bottom, and that is stitched. So if you're worried about it fraying or coming undone or anything like that, it is stitched. So that cute little like ruffled hem will stay just like that. But these are really, really soft, very comfortable, very kind of thin but not see-through, and lightweight. So really kind of perfect set for summer. I do believe that a lot of these pajama sets, why do you need pockets if sleeping? I need pockets for snacks. I need pockets for like all things. Like I like to just like lounge around. There's like, yes, you're sleeping, but there's also like pre-sleep, right? You're watching TV or you're watching like whatever. I just want all like all the versatility, I'm telling you. So really, really affordable, and these are also on deal. So all of these are going to be on deal for the big spring sale deal. That's obviously the Amazon's big event going on right now through the weekend. So not all of these will be on deal for the entirety of the weekend. So I will say that. So that's my one disclaimer for that. So if there's obviously something that you see today that's like really cute, or you just like, or you want to give as a gift, I want to say the majority of these should still be available, so that if you are looking for gifts for Easter, or you want to wear something cute for Easter, like this one, this like very like, kind of pastel candy color, like works really well for Easter morning or something. I think the majority of these should be able to get to you before next weekend. So if you're looking for something like that, you should have enough time to order. So, hey, Maddie. Hello. It's good to see you. So like I said, that's why I want to start with that one, mostly because I feel like that was the most Eastery of all of the things that I had today. So the next set that I wanted to go over here with you. So I have the long sleeve version and the short sleeve version of this set. So what I did is I linked in the carousel both the kind of like knit cotton set, and then I also linked the kind of like silky satin set. So they are pretty much the same price. They are exactly like the same style. They pretty much have the same fit. They're just a different material. So if you like that stretchier kind of like knit material, that's what's highlighted right now. They're all on deal. They're really great. And then this is one of the sets that does have the coupon code. So some of these, there is a 10% off extra coupon code. So I'm going to add it into the chat right now. And I'm sure Richard will be awesome and share it later. But if you're looking to get an extra, let's see if it'll let me send it. You cannot send sensitive information. It's not sensitive. It probably thinks it's like, thank you, Richard. It's like saying I'm sending sensitive information. I'm like, it's not my phone number or something. I don't know. It's a combination of letters and numbers that Richard just shared, and I apparently can't. I don't know. Maybe I blocked myself from, I don't know. But anyway, it is now into the chat, so you can cut and paste that and add it to the promo code box and take the extra 10% off. So thank you. So let me put up the video of me in the kind of like short, what I'm calling the short silky version. But again, both of the sets that I have linked are a really good set for you. So I'm going to just show it to you kind of like here. Like I said, I have the knit version and the long sleeve of this, and then the silky and the short sleeve. And this is probably one of the most popular pajama sets that I do share a lot of times, and I think it's like a follower favorite also. So I'm going to keep sharing it as well. Oh man, let's see here. There's so much chat going on. Cookie says I like the shorts and the shirt. It is, all of these are really good sets. Richard's good and fast at what he does. He is the best. Yes, thank you. And obviously I did see the news today as well. So yes, it's been very, there's a lot going on today. So with the set of pajamas, like I mentioned, these are a really great like combo set, and I like it whether you like the knit version or you like the silky version. I love a two-piece set that is just a great top and a great bottom, but these are also, I feel like, chic enough that if you told me that you spent twice as much money on these, I would be like, yeah, totally get it. Or if you said you went to some high-end retailer and got it, totally believe you. But in this case, obviously these are really, really affordable. And then with the spring sale deal, they're like under $20. Barely. This one's by a penny, but it's fine. They're still under 20, right? So on here, I know that when you first see it, you're like, oh, this has a collar, or this has this kind of like ribbing piping. It must be, super uncomfortable. But this is like an incredibly soft, like, kind of flexible collar. There's nothing stiff. It's not really even stitched here on the inside, so there's nothing really that's like scratchy around your neck. And then as you can see here in like the video, it's like fitted in the sense that it's kind of like almost like tailored very much kind of to your torso and to your body, but it's not tight, which is, I think, like the important part when it comes to pajamas. And it just has these like really like chic details. That's where I'm saying it feels like very expensive looking, with like the white piping here on the sleeves, kind of right around the pocket. Of course, these are buttons that work. I know I say that, but I have had way too many pairs of shorts, kind of like, where they just stitch the little tie on, and it's like, why is it even there? Like, just don't put it there if it doesn't work. So, and then of course I do have a long torso, just to kind of give you my measurements in the chat. I'll put it in here now. I am 5'3". Oops, there you go. And like 130 pounds. So to kind of, I love that it lets me put that, but it wouldn't let me put a promo code because that was sensitive information. Who knows? I don't know. Let's see. And I also have a long torso and shorter legs. So like if you're looking and you're like, I wonder what size to get or what I should do, that's usually my, I usually always try to say, like, if it looks cropped on me, it's probably normal on other people because I have that longer torso. And hey, TQ, hello. Moxie said, I just bought this for my daughter. They're super cute. Like I said, there's just that 2 kinds of fabric and 2 kinds of material, but these are exactly the same in how they're kind of structured. So this is the short sleeve version. And then, of course, the short sleeve version comes with shorts, and they're going to look exactly the same. They're going to match. This is a matching set, so the top and bottom do come in the same size. And then, of course, Richard already put that extra 10% coupon code into the chat, so you can add that into the promo code box. And then also small through extra, extra large. I have noticed one thing with this sale, I'll just be like super honest, is sometimes you'll see different sizes and different colors be on sale or not be on sale. I don't have any, control over that. So if you're looking at something I linked, obviously you can see that it has that red banner, and then it is on deal, but if you switch it to a different color, it may take that deal price away. So sorry, I'm just going to put that out there. Like, not all the colors are always on deals with some of these sales. So also, just before we kind of skip on past into the next one, here's another kind of example of a pair of shorts that's, on the shorter side. It's about mid thigh, mid quad for me, but still not super, super short. So I think these are definitely appropriate, if you're looking for something to wear for Easter morning or around family. I always recommend this set, specifically even like the satiny set for like bachelorettes or wedding party type things where you all want to match and you want something that looks really good in photos and is really, silky and soft and nice. These would definitely be my pick. So these are satin. They aren't silk, obviously reflected also in the price, let's be honest. But there we go. It's still really breathable, very lightweight. I would absolutely sleep in it and be very, very comfortable. So both options linked there. I'm just highlighting right now the silky version. Both are on there for you. So Emrod, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. All right, so let me take down that. And then let's go into another one. So this is kind of going back to like where we started with where I was kind of talking about the idea of I like things that are wrong one, not that one. We'll get there, but not that one yet. Here it is. Okay, let's just not get ahead of myself. So going back to like the tie-dye set, this is another version of the pajama sets that I'm sharing today that I really, really love because it's soft, it's lightweight, it's super, super comfortable. I can't find it behind me. Oh my goodness, where is it? No, I don't know. It might be back here somewhere. I'm going to have that kind of day today. It's going to be that kind. All right, well, you're going to have to believe me on this one then. Really? Okay, well, I went upstairs into my closet and took a bunch of things down, and I'm like, how did I not bring that one down? I know I looked at it and went, oh, I should do this one today, but it's fine. Whatever. So very much like Johnny says, I want some for my daughter. Do you do guys fashion? I don't, only because I like to like kind of share things that I'm wearing or I'm modeling or like I can speak to myself 100%. So I really don't, but it would always be fun if somebody wants to model for me and help. We can do that too. So this works out. I'm glad I have you are the same height as Jennifer. Oh, look at that. And and Tom Cruise. I just read the last piece of it. Okay, so my bad, y'all, on not having this one directly in my hands, but this video, so I have them, right? So very similar in that same kind of like knit fabric, that really stretchy, really soft, really comfortable material that I would highly recommend if you're someone like me who wants, you know, that kind of pajama where you just lounge around in it and it's just like slinky and it's just soft and it's breathable and it's a little bit stretchy. This is definitely that set. So this comes in a few kind of different colors. You'll see there it has this little pocket on the front, and it does have that kind of like little bit of it, I guess you could say, like piping there as well, that rings the neck, it rings the pocket, and it rings both sleeves. You had me until Tom Cruise, I know. And it does also come in patterns. Mine is the, I guess they call it like gray, and I'm looking here on the listing now, and it's, what do they call it? A gray. But as you can see in the video, it looks a lot lighter in you know, the thumbnail in the photo than it does in person, but it still is like that kind of heathered gray, if that's, you know, kind of what you like. And then of the, you know, kind of different variations of like these very soft, comfortable, little stretchy, these are some of the shorter of the shorts, but they still do have that really stretchy adjustable waistband. You can of course, you know, pull them up, pull them down, kind of to fit your like legs or where you feel comfortable with your waistband kind of hitting. And then on here as well, and you kind of see the video, I have tucked that t-shirt kind of in to the pant line just so you can see where the top band of the shorts comes up to. But then you can also see when I do pull it out that it is a longer shirt. It's like a good t-shirt length, still kind of like tapered in on the inside. So if you're, again, someone who likes a little bit more fitted tee, not a super oversized big baggy one, this is going to be a good fit for you there as well. And then, yes, at Ashley. And then of course, like I said, the shorts are a little bit shorter, in terms of like, you know, any of these that are more of that. This one, for example, is more of that kind of stretchy polyester kind of spandex blend. These are going to be on the shorter side with the shorts, but very, very good for lounging. You know, all of these are machine washable friendly. They'll all last for a very long time. So it is, you know, a really just good, soft, comfortable set. So there's like, I want to say like 10, 12 different colors or so too, that all just fit really well. And I also think this might be one of those sets as well with the colors and different sizes, that you will have that coupon code that also will work for you. And did you put swing suits up? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Tom Cruise wears shoes that elevate 2 to 3 inches. That is just an interesting, just really, like I never like will understand that. Okay, so I think, where did I move this? Because I did jump forward over this one specifically, so we're going to go back to it really quickly. This is one of those sweater sets that it is technically, you know, kind of comes together as a pajama set, but I also think that it would be really, really good, and I've kind of shared it before as, you know, kind of like a combo set. Of course, any of these loungewear sets, pajama sets, they are kind of sold together, so you could mix and match them. If you're like me and you just love a pair of shorts and you want to pair it with your favorite like super oversized tee, absolutely could do that. This set I like because it has like balloon sleeves. It's more of a sweater, and so I really truly like, if somebody, you know, if I didn't know this was a pajama set, and somebody wore this sweater and this top with jeans, I would literally have no idea. And I will say that this fabric is some of my favorite of the items on the stream today, because it's like a kind of almost like slinky, but like a knit sweater material. Lots of cool items today. Why, thank you. So again, I definitely think that like this is a loungewear set, pajama set, however you want to kind of refer to it as. But I do think that no one would ever be the wiser as if you wore this as a top itself. So again, Richard's adding that coupon code. So this is another one of those sets that same coupon code will work for. So we'll add an extra 10% off on the item as well. So lots of different colors. If you're curious, I have peacock blue, and this one is a little bit more cropped. So again, I have a very long torso. I like to always say that when I'm sharing because I am shorter, but when things look cropped on me, they're probably normal length on other people. So this is definitely not a very short crop whatsoever, but it does have more of that cropped fit. And again, this is like that kind of sweater, like I said, you could easily wear it with jeans, or if, we're getting closer to like summer, if you're someone who likes white jeans, I think that would be cute too, or, dress it up, whichever. And it has that kind of like wide, almost like, kind of like boat neck top. I'm wearing a medium, so in this specific one, I did size up a little bit. I think it definitely is very true to size. So you can see on this one, it's a little bit looser through the arms. It does have that balloon sleeve fit, if you can see right there. So it is going to have a looser sleeve as it is, but by sizing up, it's going to be looser through, the arms, the shoulders, the length, etc. But very, very soft as well. So this is kind of a combination of like polyester with some rayon. I still think that it's very breathable. It's definitely heavier for sure than like something like the tie-dye set, for example, which is very, very lightweight, like a t-shirt kind of material. But this is the first set, I believe, yes, the first set that I've shared today that has pockets. We love it. Let me turn my chat back on really quickly. So this is your set. So again, this has the tie. This works. This is a very stretchy, there you go, waistband here at the top. And then you have your pockets here on the center. So this is more of that kind of standard length short, I feel like. You can see it's about, again, mid-quad, mid-thigh for me. Miss the avocado. I can bring out the avocados. Obviously today, this is sponsored by one of my very favorite brands. So there's no avocados today, but there can always be. There can always be more. But yeah, this is definitely a brand I've shared many times today. So even though, they're awesome and they send me things, like y'all have seen probably this set the most, because this is probably one of my favorite loungewear sets that I've gotten. Also like the Satin set. These are probably like my number 2, like 1 and 2 that I share. In the winter, there's a really great like long sleeve, long pants one, but we're trending towards the warmer months, right? Hey Ganesh, hello. So like I mentioned, these are a longer set of shorts, about like mid-thigh, again, as someone who's 5'3". So I think if you are taller, you have plenty of room. These aren't going to be short shorts. And then there isn't pockets or anything on the back. It's just a flat back as well. So still love this because I like the fact that I'm like, I would wear this sweater on its own. But it's just great to kind of lounge around. It has very like hippie vibes, I feel like. And then again, the color that I'm wearing is peacock blue. And then I did size up to a medium, although I absolutely don't think that you need to. I would get, your normal size if you're, not sure. So, okay. So I jumped back, great for planting. You know what? It's too nice to like plant in, I feel like, but all right. If you want, so this is one long, okay. No, I feel like it's the opposite. Like, isn't that why like Michael Phelps is like great at swimming? Because he's got like long arms and legs and no. I learned how to swim when I was like 25 or 6. And I learned at the YMCA with little kids, and it was very humbling. and I still am not that good of a swimmer. Like, can I swim in a pool? Yes. If you toss me into a lake, would I drown? Probably. I just am not a good swimmer. So let's go into, before we kind of transition into things that are probably like very much more kind of like casual things. This is one of the sets. Let's see, where did I put it on to here? I called it, when I was adding all these things today, what did I call? I called it long sleeve striped tee. You go Ashley. So this is definitely one of the sets today. It's kind of a combination between like the satin short sleeve set that I share a lot. Oh, there's a lot of S's. And something that is definitely a little bit more on that, I guess, really girly side, because the first thing I will point out is you can see that these are definitely the shortest of the shorts that I have in the entire stream today. And again, that's awesome for some, and for some, they're probably like tuning out and they're like, absolutely not, moving right along. Like I said, I like to give some options. What I do like about this one is that I do kind of like the like feminine twist that it has. Like, I like the ruffles. I think that they're just like cute, but I also like, you know, if you're feeling a little bit more, what's the word I want? Like, if you're feeling like you want to be a little bit more, like, not on the lingerie sounds bad. It's because it's not like that, but it's more like, you know, that kind of like fun and flirty versus like ready to go to bed kind of like, you know, mentality, I guess is where I'm going with this. So this is that same kind of combination. So I'll just start here with the shorts so that you can see. I do have this kind of like, let's see what color they call it to be sure. It's called green striped, or Pat 3 green stripe. So the model definitely makes it look like the shorts are longer than they are, but I feel like this is a real human. Boop. And so you can see that they are shorter, but they have this like little ruffle. And in person, this is kind of like a blue stripe. I don't know if it's coming through like that or not really, but this is like more of a blue stripe here in person with this cute little ruffle. And then you can see how the shorts are kind of like almost like scalloped. I guess they give you kind of that, like, there's a word for it, like in like old timey pajamas. I can't think of the word that they use for it, but go with it. And then it has the drawstring here, and this does work and has that very stretchy elastic band. But these are definitely, like I said, on that shorter, rephrase feet fins that are short. What I kind of like about this one is I feel like I like these kind of like shorts on their own. Like if you wanted to wear it with like a white tank top maybe to sleep in or something, like this is kind of a set where I could definitely see you pairing it with just the shirt or with just the pants or shorts rather, and kind of, you know, mixing and matching. Or in this case, you know, you obviously could wear the two together. So probably the other thing that you will notice on here as well is that the top on this one is definitely a little bit larger, a little bit looser than some of the other ones that I've shared. So it's set up and kind of structured that exact same way kind of as the kind of short sleeve one that I shared over here as well, but it has that same really soft collar, those buttons that work. This one doesn't have any pockets here on the front. It's completely flat, but then you can also see how much like wider these sleeves are. And then for me, they're a little bit on the longer side also. So I think this works well if you're tall or you have long limbs and, you know, things are always really short on you. For me, it's probably a little on the long side, but I do like it because I like to kind of curl up in my kind of clothes as, you know, at the end of the day. And then of course it is still longer. Nothing's, you know, like about the shirt is short. It has that kind of more oversized fit. So I do think you could pair the top and the shorts separately if you wanted, if you're feeling a little bit more kind of fun and flirty and want to wear a shorter pair of shorts, or you want to use this kind of like very like retro stripe. I feel like top, you could pair that with something else for the bottoms. Like you could really kind of like pick and choose, you know, kind of like your favorite kind of fit. So, like I said, I like to give lots and lots of options. Of course, like if I didn't like them, it would never make it into the stream. I think that like there's things I like about each one for different things. So on a day that you're feeling a little fun and sassy, this is, I think, definitely the set as well. Okay, with his extra long torso, fascinate. Yeah, well, I don't have flipper-like feet. That's the problem. I have very skinny feet. There's nothing flipper about them at all. Okay, so let's go into some sweatpants. That I know is one of everybody's favorites. So this is another one of the deals that I do know specifically when I was looking at things today to put into the stream, that I did notice that not all of these sweatpants had the same deal and the same discount. So I think the black and for sure the blue have that 50% off code, which makes them like under 20. Some of the other ones, I think, unfortunately, the gray like I have, I think are not on deal, but I still think that they're a great set. So if you're like, I want some really great pajamas and I don't want to spend $1 million, go for blue. I think the blue is a really cool kind of like a blue gray color. Calls it indigo, but I think it's a little bit more kind of like gray-y. So these are just a really great pair of lounge pants. So I've definitely shared these in the past before as well. Everybody who knows that I love green, I was looking for you as I was talking, olive green, also 50% off today. Actually, olive green is 53% off. And it's not because people don't like olive green. Olive green is simply the best color of all time. So I'm sort of, like right now, kind of wearing, like you have I'm just like reading all the fun facts that Richard's putting into the chat right now. So where did I put these pants? So, wink. There we go. Everybody gives me so much sass for my olive green, but that's fine. So these are a really great pair of sweatpants that are wide leg, that they are comfortable. They are like the quintessential lounge pant. Like, I love them. Hi, Rye. Thank you for the follow today. I appreciate it. So when I'm looking for sweatpants, like my number one thing is like, sweatpants need to be just like loose and kind of baggy and kind of like stretchy, but they also need to be like breathable. And so like in this case, these are like a big, like wide kind of leg, there you go, kind of pant. And like I said, this is the heather gray. I do think that one might not fall under the gray, at least for the deal today, but boo. That's all I've got to say for that. And then of course, like Richard said in the chat, feel free, follow, hang out with us. So now you're getting me all distracted. So when it comes to cozy pants and relaxed, Amelia, oh, thank you. Everyone's distracted. Like, Richard's getting me all distracted today as I'm talking about pants and the like. But my main thing, like, I love a really great set like this one, for example, of like matching and, kind of like very tailored or very chic. But then there's absolutely other days where I want my biggest, baggiest, coziest, most relaxed pair of pants or shorts or tee or all of that. I will blame you, Richard. So this is very much where these come in. So pockets, you have that plenty of kind of like wide, kind of loose fit all the way through. These have like a and a bottom. There we go. Let's try it like this. These have the open bottom, so they don't have the kind of like ruching at the end. But if you did want to cinch them up, they do have little like drawstring kind of bungee cord pull ties. And then again, pockets on both sides, but then nothing here on the back. So if you don't want to have that kind of like extra bulkiness, don't have it. You just have my door. As I don't know anybody who heard the dog walk out just now. He's like, I'm done with this stream. I'm walking away now. But these are definitely just soft and like relaxed and just very, very basic kind of go-to. I wear them all the time, every day kind of pair of sweatpants. And I think that especially the ones, you know, that are part of that big spring sale, that are 50% off, and you're in that, you know, under 20, that 15 kind of $20 range, these are ones that you'll like want to wear and kind of wear over and over and over and over again. So a big fan of those. I feel like I say this over and over again. And these have definitely made a few appearances in my streams in the past as well, because we all need a really great pair of sweatpants. All right, I think I have a couple sets in here, and then let's see which set should we start with. Let's start with this one. So this is another one that comes in two pieces. I have one that's similar to this. Let's see here. Let's go here. That is similar to this, where it's like a tank with like a long kind of cardigan, and then it has a pair of like kind of like wide pants as well. So this is a kind of short sleeve cropped shirt. So again, I always kind of like, you know, emphasize that I have a long torso. So even on this one, it kind of is like, even though the shirt itself is cropped, it still only has like a little band of kind of like, you know, skin showing. So it's not like a crop top. It's not like a glorified sports bra or something like that. It's like still a pretty kind of like long tank, or kind of tee, I guess, rather. It's kind of like very, I guess you could say like very baby doll tee. And then it still has that kind of like, you know, not like, kind of almost in between. It's not a full like scoop neck, but it's also not a full on crew neck where it's really, you know, kind of close, which I think is if you are, you know, wanting to sleep in this. I personally think this is more of like a lounging around the house than like true pajamas or sleeping. But I don't like anything that's like too tight around my neck. I see that comment, because like, I just like to be, again, free when I'm sleeping. So I like that it's kind of a little bit lower than a crew neck, but it's not, you know, kind of as, you know, scoopy as a scoop neck, right? Is it green? Yes, it is green. Green, the best color of the world. It's fine. I get it. But this is also another set that I do think that you could kind of mix and match, especially the pants. So I do know that not everybody is a crop top person, but like I kind of wanted to point out, it's not super cropped. It is like a longer tee. And I think in the video you can see it kind of comes right to like my belly button area. Is it army green? It is. I think that's what they call it. Let me check the actual name. Yes, it is army green. There are a couple other greens for those who love green. In the listing, there's light green, which looks like a mint color, and there's evergreen, which I'm assuming is probably more like this color. The pants are looking 70s. Here, this is, so you know what? I was writing an article for the website about different trends and stuff like that. When I was in like junior high, I'm gonna just like whatever. Like those of you who like were, you know, born and lived in the 70s are probably like, ugh, like we grew up in that. But like it was very, very big. I had a lot of like happy face, like smiley face things. I had lots of like tie-dye and flower power like stuff in my junior high school years. So now I feel like it's kind of coming back again. So I feel like fashion is very like cyclical in that kind of sense, right? So you know, they are, I guess they like would probably call them like palazzo pants, I think, where they're kind of this like, you can see that they're almost like really wide leg, but they hang really kind of loose. I always think of these kind of style of pants is almost like resort wear, kind of like you would see. These would be actually, again, kind of thinking about different uses. If you don't want to wear these to like lounge around in, these would be like amazing like swimsuit cover up pants, I think, because they're just loose, they're very flowy. You can see they almost look, if you get really close up here, it almost kind of looks a little like trousers. It's just like a stitching here on the band. I took these off so you could see it a little bit more flat fronted here. So, and it has like almost little like pleats right here. So when you're wearing it, you can see like right there, it looks a little bit more kind of like trousers. And then of course it has the pockets here. So I definitely like these as like that kind of like beachy kind of casual, like put these over your swimsuit, or you know, kind of take these out and wear them maybe instead of with like the cropped tee, if you wanted to wear them with like a white tank top, or I think actually it'd be really cool if you paired like a white button down over like the crop like this, and kind of made it more of a, you know, kind of casual everyday outfit. I think you could put like brown like slide sandals with it and kind of create more of like a, like I said, resort or beachy warm weather type of look, as opposed to like, you know, like in this case I have, you know, slippers on and it's like pajamas. So I like loungewear sets that I feel like you can kind of mix and match and play around with. Same with like, of course, this like very flower power you know, kind of daisy set that I shared a little bit earlier as well. So lots of stretch here in the waistband, and you can also see these are pretty long, and so they're meant to be really kind of like wide leg and long, but they also aren't like so long that I'm like stepping on them or they're like dragging underfoot. They're very much slightly long on me, but again, I'm 5'3", but not, you know, I feel like I hate when I very often buy pants when they're so long and they just pool, and especially when jeans like were like flares are coming back too, but flares were huge when I was in like high school, like junior high school, and they were always way too long, and then you would step on them and then you would drag them, and then they would, like growing up in Illinois, you'd like walk outside in the winter and your pants would get soaked with the snow. It's like a whole thing. So being short is the worst, but it's fine. So all of that to say, that was a very long-winded way of saying that these aren't super long. they're long in the way that they should be long, but they're not overly long for us short people. So many different colors, and then there is stretch in this one as well. And I realized I haven't been doing a good job of telling y'all I'm wearing a small, I think with the exception of the flower one, which I did size up to in a medium. I'm wearing small, I think, in all of the different sets, and the small is pretty much my true size. So it does come in small through extra large, and this is the tee and pants set. There is also a long sleeve version where it's a long sleeve and pants, and then there's a sleeveless version with the same pants too. So again, you could mix and match it and wear it as pajamas, as loungewear, as, you know, resort wear, as outdoor wear, like you name it, you could kind of wear it around. So okay, so I think this is the last. It does look really nice, just need to find it is like, that's what I'm saying, like I like kind of sharing things that have a few different kind of like uses, right, and different kinds of pieces. So I love pajamas, trust me, I wear too many of them, but I also like to have this like a very versatile wardrobe as well. So if I'm going to have stuff filling up my closets, I want to be able to do it in like, you know, kind of wear it in multiple ways, right? Okay, let me hang this also nicely up here really quickly. Oh no. And then this is the last set, and then we'll move on from all things kind of like set related. So this is another one that is a good example of something that could be worn, kind of like on its own, together, separate, mix and match and all around. Still wearing a small in this. Let's go this way. So this is not green. It's, in the spectrum of green, but it's like blue-green in person. Whatever. It looks more blue in the video, if that counts for anything. And so this is kind of like what they're referring to as like a ringer tee, but it's really not. But this is that same kind of stretchy material, so a little bit in between, kind of like where we started with that kind of knit fabric, so not quite as stretchy as that, more of like a blend. Again, a lot of these are polyester kind of like blends. Specifically this one, I want to say almost all of them except the tie-dye one I started with are all that kind of same blend. The tie-dye was cotton blend on there as well. So showing you a little bit closer. Again, this is a 2-piece set. I'm wearing a small. It has that kind of a scoop neck, crew neck. It has that kind of, what do they call it? Like a raglan tee stitching. So you have the sleeves where the seam isn't here on the top, right? It comes down or this way. Camera's backwards. So it comes down around the sleeve here, and then it has the 2 little rings here on either side right before your kind of cuff. So it's just very stretchy here, very comfortable as well. And these are a little bit longer. So you can see on me, I have tucked it into the kind of like jogger sweatpants. It's a lightweight material, and then it does have this banded bottom here on the, you can see. And it is a very lightweight material, but it's not see-through, but it's also still like very breathable. And I like that it kind of has like a little bit of a sporty look. I think for loungewear, I would wear like the top and the bottom together, but I think you could, again, easily just wear this top like with jeans as well, kind of a little sporty look. Or you could just wear the joggers on their own with like a white tee, for example, and white sneakers or something, or, wear these on their own with your college tee. Can you tell? I just have like really massive, like oversized t-shirts that I like to wear too sometimes. So these sweatpants are joggers here. So they do have that full on, kind of banded bottom. So in this case, you can see I can like, bunch them up, put them around my knee or my calf if you want that kind of like cropped jogger fit. Or obviously they're plenty long enough that you could wear them all the way down and kind of wear them as, just full length pants as well. So these definitely have more, I would say, kind of like room. These are definitely a little bit bigger. These are definitely a lot looser. So you can see like in the video just how much kind of like extra, kind of around the pockets here, or just kind of like around the leg. You can see that these are just a wider pant leg of joggers, so they're really kind of like very casual and almost like a blend between these wider, like thicker sweatpants and then like what you would think of when you think about like a normal pair of joggers. I feel like normally kind of joggers tend to be more fitted, a little bit tighter, but these are definitely still kind of keep up with that like looseness. And then of course you do have your tie with plenty of stretch here in that waistband, so very comfortable, very casual. No pockets on the back, but you do have those in the front. And like I said, it does come in that set here. and then that matches, or you could wear it separately, you could wear it together. I do think that all of these run very true to size. This one, I would say, of all of them, probably is a little bit more on the looser side than some of the other ones. So I don't know. I would never tell you to size down ever in loungewear, because the whole point is it's supposed to be comfortable and relaxed. But if you would traditionally size up one in loungewear, I don't think I would say to do that in this one, because I don't think it needs it. It's very, very comfy as it is. And there's also like 20 or so different colors. There are, like, if you really want to throw back into like the 2000s, probably there. I mean, I think of the 2000s because that's when I remember it being hip and cool. But if you like think about like velour and stuff like that, they also have that variation as well. So obviously not in all of the kind of like same colors, and then there's also patterns as well. So there's like tie-dye, there's even some like Christmas colors, which I think is funny. There's like UFOs and moons or something like that. Anyway, lots of colors, lots of patterns. This, if you're wondering what color specifically I am wearing, let me see, because I think that they might have discontinued this one, and I think they replaced it with the velour version. So I think the closest color is going to be that velour version. So I understand if people are like, absolutely not. But I think the next closest would probably be, let's see, honestly, there's not really a mint anymore. Ooh, sorry, guys. But there are other colors in this same version. And then, like I said, I have a small. So I feel like they're like, oh no, we're going to change some colors to velour, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let me go here. I'm going to take this down really quickly, and then I'm gonna pull up this other video. Oh man, you look like a Star Wars captain. Oh Lord. Okay, so let me go pull up these leggings. So this is another item that, there we go, is on deal today. So these actually have a 20% off coupon. Oh, I see what you're saying. The stripes. I was like, wait, why? Can you tell that I've watched Star Wars, but I have only watched the old ones. I don't know. I just refuse to get into the new ones. I remember watching the Return of the Jedi on a VHS that I think we might have recorded off the TV, a completely bootlegged version of it, but it's fine. Hey Shauna, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So these do have that coupon, so there is a deal on them now already. I think of, again, some of the colors, some of the sizes is 7% or so, but then this dark blue color does also have an extra 20% off. I was looking for y'all, trying to see which other ones were on dealer sizes or colors and stuff, but like I was pointing out, the sale is, it has some colors and some sizes, and so it's not kind of universal. So I apologize if you're looking at the other colors and you see the prices change, so apologize. But these are probably also one of my no green. I know. I like the dark blue though. I think the dark blue is really pretty. And I want to start doing, or I have some plans to do some more fitness fashion and kind of fitness streams. I actually was trying on some stuff today and taking some photos and filming some of these for y'all and all of that. So I want to kind of put together some compilations of some more workout gear and fitness type stuff. But when I saw that there was a coupon on these, I was like, I'll share it and put it on the stream today. So yeah. So probably the number one thing, I agree that I like the blue, and it has pockets. that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it over and over again. Pockets are the best thing of all time, especially when it comes to like leggings or flares or like lounge pants or things like that, where you they're not jeans. Like, I don't need pockets. Like, I just want a pocket. I want to be able to put it somewhere, something, if you're working out or doing something like that. Obviously, you might want a space for a key, or if you go to the gym and you have like a key card or something like that, and you just want to hold on to something. That's why I like a pocket when it comes to like fitness clothes and stuff. Also, Amazon customer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So let me give you a closer view or kind of peep in here. So these are a high-waisted flare legging. I grew up calling them yoga pants. Clearly, flare legging is the new term. It's fine, whatever. They do obviously flare out at the bottom, as they are aptly named. However, the really great thing about these in particular is, kind of like I was talking about with a lot of the other pants, as somebody who is shorter, it's always super frustrating when any kind of like activewear or fitness wear is just really long. And so these actually come in 2 different inseams and 2 different lengths. So I like to get the 29 inch, which is the petite length. And you can see where it kind of ends at me, like perfect length with my sneakers where you're not stepping on it, but it's not like flood pants, right? It's not too short. But if you are someone who is taller or you have longer legs, there is a 31 inch inseam. So that's their regular size. So you can kind of, find the length that fits you. But if you're shorter like I am, or you have shorter legs, the 29 inches are really, really good kind of length. So here is, which was the front? This is the front. So these are a higher waisted legging, so you can see how wide this band is here at the top, and has this really thick kind of like ribbing material. So this is a lot of spandex, and it is like a nylon blend as well. So it does have let me see here, kind of to, when you're thinking about any kind of like activewear, any kind of like fitness legging or anything like that, one of the main things I'm always looking for is like, is it sweat wicking, or is it like squat proof, stretch proof, all of that. So this is like a very thick material. So it is, you can see it's almost like double lined. So on the inside there is a kind of like thinner kind of outside, but then on the outside you can see that it's got this really kind of thick ribbed material. So it's with that kind of like double lining. It has, definitely, these of course are darker, but very, very squat proof. So if you are doing workouts in the gym or things like that, you don't want to have to worry. Nothing's gonna like show through. I feel like that's something that guys never have to worry about, but it's like the number one question that like women have when it comes to like leggings or fitness pants or things like that, is like, is it squat proof? I feel like there was so much like scandal a few years ago with like leggings brands just being too thin, being see-through, all of that. So that's my requirement, right? It's got to pass that test, right? Hey, Janet and Vicky, hello. Thank you. So definitely with this like very like thick ribbed material, you don't have to worry about that. And then of course, probably the best part are these side pockets. So there are no front pockets, no back pockets. These are great. Let's see if I can do this here so that you can see. So on the side, they're actually like really deep pockets. So like this is kind of the width of the pocket. So like if you were working out in the gym, I'm gonna use my phone here, or you were going for a walk or a hike outdoors, like there you go. You can see like my whole phone would kind of fit in these side pockets. So obviously like that's going to be bulky for some, but for others who like to have their phone on them, they're going for a walk with the dog or something like that, you can, you know, fit it into that side pocket and still have like plenty of room as well. So I usually like to have like a small like zippered pouch or a little like kind of pouch like that into the waistband for like your keys, or a card or a little bit of cash or something. But this is also a really great option, like I said, to just be a lounge around, wear around kind of legging option too. So lots of other colors, and then as I mentioned, they do have that shorter inseam, which is the 29-inch, which is what I am wearing, and the longer inseam length, which is the 31-inch, and then the size range is also great, really inclusive in the sense that it goes from extra small all the way up to 3XL. Obviously there's plenty more range on either side, but sometimes, you know, you only see that like small to extra large or things like that. So anytime that I see something that has those kind of extended sizes, I'm here for it. I'll point it out. And there's lots and lots of stretch. So it's like a really large amount of spandex in there. So you could definitely, I would say, get your normal size. It's going to have a little bit of compression to it. They're meant to have that. If you don't like that, you could always size up, but I would say they're very true to size. I am wearing a small. So same size. I've been wearing it all of these things so far and so on, kind of like throughout this entire stream today. So let's go here to, let's see, I'm just gonna take this down because I don't think I actually let's do this one. Size available in all categories. So I am, like I said, I am wearing a small and pretty much everything that I'm showing here. So I usually just try to say like if I think it runs true to size, because we all have kind of different body types and different body shapes. So you can kind of use that reference to kind of figure out what size like might be best for you. But like I said, I'm happy to, you know, kind of give my height or my weight or anything if you see the videos and you're like, I think I look like her, or what size are you wearing? So, hey Debbie, thank you for the follow. All right, let me switch to the ribbed tee. There we go. So I do not have a pink dress in this stream today. You know what? Richard is here. I have not seen Michelle today, so you need to harass her. So I have to point out, so I was literally going to wear this tee, like, to do the stream today. Oh, there's Michelle. See, there you go. I was literally going to wear this, but I wanted to be able to like kind of like really put it up close to the camera so that you could see the kind of like fabric and kind of feel like the stretch to it. And I don't know that you could see it quite the same like if I was wearing it. This is hands down probably one of the like most recent items that I've gotten that I'm like really impressed with. And I also am like, put it on and I was like, I think I'm gonna get this in other colors, which by the way, not green. This is kind of like a camel color in person. I really like layers of like very basic colors. So like in this case, this is kind of like a camel color and I'm wearing it with like black jeans, but you could easily layer it with a ton of other things. It's a great layering piece to put under a long sleeve, under a sweatshirt. You could wear it on your, you know, on its own with jeans or a t-shirt or shorts or, you know, kind of you name it. But what I really like about this one is a lot of times t-shirts I feel like are thin. And so, you know, if you don't want, you know, anything to like show through, or you just kind of hate when like a t-shirt like clings really tightly to you or things like that. This one is like a thick material, it's ribbed, and it's just like a really, almost like, it kind of almost is like a knit sweater-esque, almost kind of like blended, you know, kind of with a t-shirt. So kind of imagine those two things, like take a knit sweater, blend it with a t-shirt, and this is kind of what you have. And then of course this has tons and tons and tons of like stretch in there as well. So it is fitted, so it does look like it's very, very small. So it's like one of those items that when I you know, when I put it into, like, pull it out of the bag and I looked at it, I was like, wow, this looks also very small. There's no way this will fit, but it has tons of stretch. And as you can see in here, it's actually, I would say, really flattering, because even though it is more like kind of this slim fit, it stretches, but then it's also not super tight. It's like the perfect combination of just more of a kind of like structured tee, but not quite like a sweater. Haywood says, does it come in black? It does. It absolutely does. So this is like in person, this is like a camel color. This is called brown on the listing itself. But yes, the black, it does come in black as well. So let me see here. All right, moving over. So I'm just like catching up on the chat. Yes, to Haywood's question, yes, it comes in black. There's like blue. There's a couple different versions of pink, and there's actually two different variations or three different variations of stripes. So there's a black, there's a white, and then there's a cream. So if you want a black and a white with a stripe, you could do that too, Haywood. So let's see here. So there's a few different options. And then as with pretty much all of, I think either like the ZU stuff or the Hot Touch, I think all of them, they kind of do have that small through extra, extra large. But on here, let me get, this is where I want you guys to see like really close, because this material is another one of those that feels like really expensive. It feels like it costs way more than 20 bucks, that's for sure. And it has these little bit longer sleeves, so you can see kind of like a normal t-shirt has like almost like a cap sleeve or so. These come about like, you know, kind of like midway down your tricep, but I like that they're just like a nicer, more like elevated, more upgraded type of tee, as opposed to your standard just cotton kind of a t-shirt. So if you want a dressier tee, I think that's what I'm trying to say, that these are such a good one. And that kind of like ribbed material, it's the same as like the leggings, which I hid from myself just now. It's that same kind of material here, but this is like much more of like a softer kind of like almost cottony kind of feel as well. So a really just great, nice quality basic. And like I said, when I got this one and I opened it up, I was like, well, I'm gonna be ordering some more now. Yeah, definitely one of those that's just like a good staple in your wardrobe. Oh no. So speaking of staple, I'm gonna switch it over to this cardigan. I'm just gonna hang that up all nice and neat. Take this video down, switch over to the brown cardigan. I was like, when I switched over to that video, I was like, what is my hair doing? And then yes, so I fixed that today, y'all, so we're good. And we're definitely just hanging out, tracking fashion, and we're just very positive zone here today. So let me pull up and switch over and kind of switch everything kind of in the carousel. So I'm highlighting the cardigan. I pulled up this new video, and then we'll just talk about another really great basic, another great kind of staple in your wardrobe. Sometimes, like, y'all, I'm like, I'm good. But then sometimes I find I just get very distracted and then I lose my train of thought. So we're good today. So yeah, well, I'm glad you're here, Michelle. I appreciate you not lurking anymore. So does it come in black? I'll just answer the question. Yes. Oh, Dan. Oh, thanks. How do you get those curls in your hair? My wife wants something to do that. I use a T3 curler / wand. I think the curling iron probably works just as well. Not that I want to get, let me segue. It's one of my superpowers. And also a lot of dry shampoo because I have very, let me put it in my, while I'm talking, I can put it into my storefront really quickly so that you can just kind of look at it and see. Oh, it's actually on the Big Spring deal. No, you're totally good. I'm happy to add it. I usually have this saved on my storefront anyway, so that's fine. I don't have one yet set up for March. That's fine. Let's go. I'm going to add it to, there's so there's a website, there's let me add it. I'll just add it to the chat really quickly. There is a brand of curling iron / wand. I use a wand. I am not good with a curling iron. I always crimp it and whatever, but it's the same thing. It has a ceramic barrel, is what I use. And oh, wow, that is a very long, sorry for that. It's on my storefront. I just added it into the everyday affordable, get ready guide, but it's called a T3. I literally cut and paste it. Thank you, Richard. That's what I get for going into my Prime account really quickly. It spit out 1,000 numbers and letters. I'm just gonna delete that myself, because it's way too much. There we go. I moderated my own message. Anyway, if you're looking for a really great curling iron, I know some of y'all actually ask me this quite often. Thank you. That is the only one that's ever worked for me. Ceramic's a little bit better for your hair too. If you are prone to easily damaging your hair, it's more gentle, less likely to fry it. But it's the only thing that's ever kept curls in my hair for a very long time because I have very fine hair. So lots of dry shampoo for value. Really good curling iron. And yes, thanks Richard for sharing it. No, you didn't. You're fine. Not fine at all. I'm happy to help someone's wife. It took me a long time to find it, so I'm happy to share. So, all right. You did not throw me up. We're good. Oh, thank you. To KJ. So, when we're talking about basics, obviously you kind of transitioned from that tee that I was just talking about, that kind of ribbed tee, over to more of a chunky knit cardigan. So I feel there's a couple different types. There's really cropped ones. There's very fitted, almost kind of preppy cardigans, really long ones, etc. So this is a really good in between. So you kind of have that, what I personally love as a cardigan or as a sweater, is your grandpa kind of knit to it, where it's a little bit chunkier, it's a little bit thicker. These are not stripes, by the way. I had this folded until just a little bit ago, so these are folding lines. Sorry, everybody. Thank you. So just want to point out they're not stripes. You can see that there's no stripes in the video. I put it on a hanger just a minute ago, so or right before the stream, but you can see that it has this thicker, really kind of chunky knit to it, but it's still kind of an open weave, so that it's not crazy heavy. So I feel this is a really good kind of almost transitional layer or sweater. So especially right now, kind of winter coming into spring or spring coming into summer, etc., where it's kind of sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's cold, maybe it's cooler in the morning, it gets hotter, etc., so on and so forth. That's my word today, I think, etc. But This is just a, kind of a really good one to layer over a tee or a tank or a crop. Or if you want to unbutton this, I like to keep them buttoned personally, and I'll just wear and switch out like a tank top or a tee underneath. And I do like that whole like millennial tuck where I'll just kind of like bunch it into the center. But in this case, as you can see, like I just have it completely pulled out. And so you can see like the true length of the sweater. KJ says, is it good for a rainy day? I mean, it's obviously a, warm layer without being super heavy, but it's like a looser knit without being chilly. So this would be something I would suggest, like if you're working in an office and you have like really cold like AC and you're always cold in the office but not out, that's a great layer for that kind of. And then oh, no. Richard, let's see here really quickly. Let me just add it here. I'm going to add it really quickly so that y'all can see it. It is, I don't actually know what it is called. It's a T3 single pass curl wand. There. Hey, Aubrey as well. Welcome. So, and I usually, they have a whole bunch of different barrel sizes. But I use the 1-inch barrel. So it's definitely like more expensive, but I have had mine for 6-ish years or so, and I've never had to replace it ever. So it's definitely worth it. I'll just add it, y'all. Like I'll just add it to the end of this stream. It's fine. Okay, let me add it really quickly. It's actually on deal today for the spring deals, so I'll just add it. Okay, hold on. There you go. For everybody asking, it's now at the end of the stream, so it's the very last one. Because I also know, and I also hate that when you're looking at the chat, you can't click on a link. Like that's very annoying to me. Do you use it on your extensions? I do not have extensions. This is my own hair. Well, mine. I used to have extensions, like 2018, 2020 or so. I had really long hair, and then, kind of when everything was all shut down, I cut it like here because I was like, I don't need hair anymore. So this is my hair. So no extensions. But could you use it on extensions? You could. You wouldn't want to use it on any kind of like synthetic hair. You wouldn't want to use any kind of heat on synthetic hair though, but yeah. Let me know if anyone has questions about those. Yeah, it's taken me a long time to grow my hair back, and I still haven't decided like what I want to do with it. I might chop it off again. No, this is my hair. This is mine. All mine. Once upon a time, I had like extra hair, but nope, this is all mine. Nope. Okay. Let's talk about sweaters and cardigans. So this is, I think, like I said, a really good layer for like a really good cardigan. It is though, like it is like I am like actually really excited. The more that, like the more that you can't see it in the video, if you like saw it in person, you'd see them. But the more that it comes in gray, the more I'm like, please, like I want to be like that really cool, like all gray, like hair lady. I would love that. So like I stopped dyeing my hair, really blonde, like a couple years ago now, I guess at this point. So I would be so excited. Like I promise you guys, like I do want to fix, all right, we're getting distracted, but like I do want to kind of fix these have grown out like a little bit from the sun, but I don't like want to dye my hair anymore, so like the gray keeps coming in. I like it anyway. So it says no 36-year-old ever besides me apparently, but all right, back to the task at hand. So extra small through extra large of this cardigan. It is definitely meant to be a little bit looser. So you can see here, these also do have that kind of like, oh, that is my hair on there at the bottom. They kind of have these balloon sleeves here, so it's a little bit of extra volume kind of around your wrists and through the sleeves. And then it's definitely, I think, a really good length, you know, where it doesn't overpower you. It's not super long, but it's also like not very short and tight, and kind of like that little like very like preppy, Clueless-esque, Gossip Girl style, like really kind of fitted cardigan. So I like to call them like grandpa knits, but it does have these thick, kind of big, chunky buttons here, kind of that ribbed collar, I guess you could say. It has 3 buttons, and it is a lighter material, so it is actually what is it? It's a textured knit is what they call it. But I think it's soft, but it's not scratchy, which I think is also another high requirement on my list of like clothing. I'm very much someone who like feels everything first to make sure nothing's scratchy or the like. So also have a good day, Yogi. Thank you. Appreciate everybody. So I have the brown, which I think literally is called brown on the listing. I always say that, like, yes, it's very obvious that it's brown, but like sometimes it'll be like peacock blue and navy blue, and there's like a different kind of variations. So I just always tell you the color, even if it seems very obvious, but brown goes really well. Also, like if you were kind of mixing and matching with different kind of items in the stream, I think that this kind of like camel would go really well with this kind of like dark brown cardigan if you're looking just for some neutrals in your wardrobe to kind of mix and match. Okay, so this somehow became a very long live stream. I think I have like one thing left that we didn't talk about. Yes, okay. So let me take this cardigan video down and then switch and grab this one. I know that I like put over here because I like was thinking about it. Okay, Ashley, I know I put this one over here. Aha, here it is. I'm like, well, maybe this purple one went to the same place that the other pajama set went that I didn't have for you guys. So this is another really great layering basic. And then like Haywood said, nice transition clothes. I will always kind of share with y'all just like really good basics, layering, just like really simple staples to kind of keep in your wardrobe or keep in your closet, your dresser, whatever. And so this is another good example. And these are actually, I want to say like 40% off today for the big spring sale. These also, you can use that same coupon code that Richard has been sharing on these to get an extra 10% off. Let me see if it'll let me add it this time. For whatever reason, it told me I couldn't last time. And so you can just obviously add this code to the promo code box right here. There you go. I just added it to the chat. It let me do it this time. So these actually come in a set of 2, and these are a fitted, like kind of like a deep scoop neck long sleeve shirt. So I've definitely kind of like worn these before or like paired these with some different items in my previous kind of like fashion streams, and I wanted to see if I had one somewhere, and I was like, there are so many that I feel like I've kind of shared with you in the past. Hi, Shelly. That I was like, I'm just going to show you the shirt itself and see if I could find one later. I was like I was like, maybe I can like scroll through really quickly and find it, but it's fine. I don't have it. So these do come in a set of 2, same sizes, extra small through extra large, pretty much what we've been talking about. Very, very stretchy layer. I have an extra small. I'll be honest, if I had to do it again, my normal size is small, and I usually always tell you guys that's what I get all the time. I don't remember why I got extra small, but they are definitely meant to be like very snug. You can see like literally they have so much stretch in them, and so they're meant to be that really kind of slim fit, very kind of like tight fitting layer. So I think those also work really well if you're wearing it under something like a cardigan, or if you're wearing it with like something like a blazer or a jacket, where you want that kind of like seamless, really smooth kind of fitted fit. They do obviously have seams. Sometimes you'll see these that are like seamless, but it's very kind of like slimming because it has all of this stretch. So it can fit a little bit tighter, can fit a little bit more like a fitted fit, and still be like really a flattering fit. I really wanted to find that video so I could like share kind of what it looks like, but it's fine. And so these all come in sets of 2, as I mentioned. So I feel like I just added like black and white because I feel like that's just a really good basic. Like you can always use a black and a white. But then like I have the set, like I said, that comes with this kind of like deep dark kind of like wine red maroon color. And then this one also had a black that kind of paired with it. So you could kind of pick and choose. I want to say that a lot of these have very simple colors that kind of go together. So like black and white, or like 2 blacks, navy. There's like a bright pink, kind of like Barbie pink with white, which I think would, if you're someone who likes color, I think that bright pink would be really like nice also. So there's tons and tons of different options, but I always like to share something like this as a staple. If you want something that's not tight and not fitted, this is probably not the layer for you. These are very much meant to be kind of like that's almost like second skin. So I would size up at least 1, maybe 2 if you want something that has that scoop neck with the long sleeve, but you don't want it to be super, super tight. And then of course they do have lots of stretch. Let me here. Lots of stretch, and you can see it's like a thinner material, but it's definitely not see-through. It still has that really kind of like, you know, thick knit kind of weave to it. So don't have to worry, at least with this like super kind of like wine maroon red, you don't have to worry about, there we go, you know, kind of something kind of showing underneath too. So what color is that called? So this is called, let me see, I feel like I'm like striking out today when I like share things with y'all. So this is called burgundy. So it's the one at the end of the listing where there's 1 black and then there's 1 burgundy. So it looks a little bit more purple like in the thumbnail and the on the listing itself, but it's definitely in person and on my stream here, it's definitely like more of that kind of essentially like wine color. So more red and less like purple. Kind of how I imagine burgundy to be. It's like more purple, but it's like more red. And welcome back, Richard. And thanks for the follow, Ellie. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Do I have... I think we covered everything, so I'm just like doing a really quick scroll through really fast. But these are also really affordable. And then of course, like I was mentioning kind of at the beginning of the stream, with the spring sale, there's a lot of things that are sometimes on sale, like in a certain color or size, and they're not in other colors or other sizes. So just as you're switching through, if you change the color, you might see the sale price change, or that specific one might not be on deal or something, and I don't have any control over that. So let me just go back to the very beginning or so. I was just like looking through really quickly, and I'm not going to like belabor the point and stay here 1,000 minutes. This has already turned into like a super long live stream that I didn't mean for it to today, but that's fine. So just kind of going back to the beginning, of course, as I mentioned, this is a sponsored stream today. But those of you who have tuned into like the Swift Wellness channel for a long time, even outside of it being sponsored, I've shared a lot of these pajama sets in the past because they're just really great pajama sets, loungewear sets, kind of like mix and match sets that you could wear for a variety of different things. Like I said, the kind of like flower sweater I think would be great with jeans, or this kind of like palazzo pant ribbed set I think is perfect for a swimsuit cover up or things like that. So I really do like kind of sharing multiple like different uses and just kind of different ways that you could style or wear something, because I'm definitely a live streamer that likes to share much more like budget friendly items. So that's my thing. So obviously if anybody is like just coming in, I know we got really segued for a little bit, which is how I like it. I would rather y'all come, ask questions, we'll chat, and who cares if we get a little bit off topic, because I would rather just have chatter, and like this is very much a happy, positive place, and so we're going to keep it like that. But if you are just tuning in, or if you have any questions or anything like that, if you're looking for something in the carousel and you're on your mobile phone, click on the video itself and it'll pull it up in a mobile like window. And so then when you are in that view on the right hand side, there'll be a little shopping bag. When you click that, everything that's in the live stream and everything that we talked about is listed there. So if you're looking for something and you're like, I can't find it, I can't shop for it, that's where you'll find it. If you're watching on your phone in that view as well, and you click on a product or you click on an item, it will make my little video like sticky to the corner so you don't lose it that way if you are clicking on an item and you want to come back to the stream. So I've definitely had people tell me that they've lost the stream, or they can't find it, or they click away, and that's the easiest way when you're on your mobile phone in order to not kind of lose track of things. So hi Sabrina, hello. And Ellie says, is it comfortable for everyday use? Which one? The maroon, kind of like the maroon long sleeve we were talking about. I would absolutely say you could wear it every day. Like obviously I think that these are like a really great base layer, like I said, and that's why I like that they come in a set of 2, because you could, black and white, go for everything. The pajamas, so they're all a little bit different. I did pull up these tie-dye pajamas because these might be my personal favorite, and so what I did is I linked up just like a bunch of different options. So everybody likes a different kind of pajama or loungewear or sweater kind of set. This is probably my personal favorite because my absolute favorite pajamas or loungewear are kind of slightly oversized, really light, kind of cotton material, without being loose or baggy. So this is, a cotton tee. This has this really cute little tie-dye. And then as you see, like in the video, it's not too short. Like the shorts, I feel like are really good length to kind of lounge around in. I don't feel like, like anything's showing. I don't feel like they're too long. As somebody who's short, everything always feels too long on me. I think that they're a really good length. So if I had to pick one, these would be the ones that I would definitely say that I would go to or suggest, especially coming up on Easter. I did kind of start off with saying that if you're looking for, kind of like a last minute gift, or you're like, in this case, like I feel like these are colors that are perfect for like Easter morning if you want a pajama set for that. I want to say most of what I put into the carousel today, I was looking to make sure that you would be able to get in time for next weekend for Easter, and you should be able to. So Jim, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. So that was, again, many ways to kind of talk about it or spin it or look at it or all that. But yes, like so many of these I think would be great for kind of all season, especially like right now, like spring and summer. Something like this set where it's like a short sleeve and shorts. You could always wear a sweater over top if you have like I don't have one here, but like a really good lounge sweater or something like that. Some of the other ones, like the sweater, kind of like, here, I'll just highlight this one really quickly. Something like this, I think, is kind of like almost like take it the step above, a little bit more luxurious, a little bit more, what you would say is elevated or upgraded. Definitely a really good fit, but this is also one that when I share it, I usually share it as something where I'm like, this sweater could totally be sold on its own as like, a casual sweater. And if it didn't come as part of a set, you wouldn't even know that it's like a lounge sweater. It's just like really nice. And then these shorts, of course, are that same kind of sweater material, not too short, not too long, still lightweight, so breathable. You could like lounge around in them. You could wear, these to bed with like a white tee if you wanted to keep the sweater separate. You could wear it together. There's a lot of different options with that, but I think any of these would be good for everyday use. I would probably say the satin ones are probably the ones that people like would less likely wear every day. But I still think that they're all really good quality and really good options and sets. So, hi, Cyberpunk. Hello. So I think that we talked about everything, maybe. So, of course, if you're just tuning in, you have any questions, let me know before we kind of like sign off for the day. In that, my closing statements of all of this is, of course, if you're not already following, please press follow. If you're on your mobile phone, if you click on my little face on the right hand side, that'll press the follow button. If you're on your desktop, it'll be underneath, it'll be a yellow button. And what I've noticed recently, what I've noticed is new, is when you do click follow, it now has this little bar and button that says get live notifications, and you can turn on all live notifications. You can turn on personalized notifications if you just want to get notifications for my stream, or none. You could turn on absolutely none if you want. So all of those are like, I think that's a new feature. I think that's awesome. So if you're obviously watching and you're someone who likes plants, comfy, relaxed, cozy clothes, definitely I'm your streamer. I'm your to follow. Michelle, I need to do that. Yeah, so I think that just happened in the last few days because I've never seen that. And I was like watching another creator yesterday and I pressed follow and I was like, what is this? So I think that's new. So I think even if you are following me already, that button will pop up. So if you have been somebody who's been missing my streams or like wants to, kind of get notified when I'm going live or things like that, that should be a new feature that should help you get notified, get those push notifications, and not miss. So specifically on days like today or other days where there's deals or there are, I know it's new. I think it is on the PC. That's where I found it. So I think it is new. So I'm here for it. So I'm trying to tell everybody, I'm trying to get the word out. So I'm here for it. I feel like Amazon heard our calls for like, please help us. So I feel like this is like a really good feature that'll help y'all as followers. So placeholder, thank you for the follow. So like I mentioned, if you're following, whether it's me or another creator, you can turn on those custom notifications. If you're already following, I think if you go to a video of mine, it'll let you adjust and change around those notifications also. So you don't have to worry about that or refollowing or unfollowing. I do try to go live most weekdays, sometimes between Monday and Friday. I am on the West Coast, so I am usually on my time somewhere between like 10 and 2. So wherever you are, feel free to convert to your time zone. And come see me live. Due to popular demand, we are now doing a weekly plant stream. And by weekly, I mean I have 3 more scheduled. And hopefully I can think of more ideas for plants. So if you are someone who loves plants, that one will be weekly at 1 p.m. on Wednesdays. Next week, I think I am planning on just doing like essentials, like just what you should have, or maybe we might be doing propagation. Like we might be doing like what you should have to replant things. So that's going to be next week. So if you go to my channel, you'll see those already scheduled. So if something looks cool to you, you can also go and click on the upcoming stream, and there's a little bell that you can also individually manually turn on notifications for. So those are upcoming, those are scheduled, those will not, knock on wood, change. So I think that's it. Of course, the Amazon Big Spring Sale is still going on. It'll go on until Sunday night, I think. I think it ends on the midnight, like on the 24th to the 25th. So, hey, Rosie, Kathy says I can't wait. So, so if you are watching a video, if you're on your mobile phone, and you click on that little shopping bag, it'll pull up all of the items. All you have to do is, if you see something that you like, is just click on that item. It'll take you to the items page and you just add it to cart. That's it. Just same as always, like just super simple, easy. If you're watching on your desktop, I think personally it's even easier on your desktop, because you can scroll left to right through all of the items. And the same thing goes. If you see something you like, just click on it, add it to cart. And that's it. That's how you order. That's how you do it. It's just super simple. So, and MB, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah. So these are fun to do. They're fun for me. And obviously I do try to take in y'all's input and curate and create upcoming streams that you want to see, i.e. the plants. And y'all convinced me to start doing some fashion. So that's what we've been doing as well. So I do want to keep kind of doing all of that kind of going forward. But I always say at the end of the streams, of course, like I absolutely appreciate everybody who tunes in. Like Victoria said, if you love plants, plants are the place to be here. So, we'll be doing lots of indoor houseplants and stuff. So, but I also really like to focus on affordability. Like that's my main thing. If I'm showing you something, I'm probably showing you 5 different ways to wear it, or suggesting different options, or coming to you with coupon codes, promo codes, things like that. So I've got y'all. You are welcome, Rosie. I hope you found something that you like. And then, of course, if you are looking for more things, you can always watch all of these. They do get recorded. I will upload them to my Amazon storefront. So if you're looking for me and you're following me, Amazon will show you my content when you log in, because it's like you like that. I'll show you more of it. But on my storefront, I do upload shoppable photos, shoppable videos, and then all of these live streams for the last 90 days will be there. So in this example, if you're tuning in right now and I'm just about to wrap up, you can watch this whole entire live stream later. You can also go to all of my older ones and see the plant stream from earlier this week, and you can shop on that as well. You can start and stop and rewind and pause and fast forward and all of that. So lots and lots of ways to see more of my content. But I think that is just about it. And hey, Tammy, also, hello. Obviously, if you have a question, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to let everybody enjoy their Friday. And like I said, hopefully you're finding some sort of really good deals for the spring sale. I know I've been shopping as I've been putting together streams. So, ooh, look at that, Michelle, treating yourself to 6 things. I love it. I know, I'm telling you, it's a dangerous business being a streamer. Those of you, again, if you want to see a whole bunch of indoor house planter pots, watch the stream from earlier this week. I bought a bunch thinking there was no way I was going to like all of them, or there was no way that one wouldn't be broken or something, and they were all good. And now I'm like, well, like I don't have room for all of them, so I know what people are getting for gifts. So it happens. It's a dangerous business. So okay, if I don't have any other questions, I also thank you all for, tuning in, watching. Hopefully you found something great. Like I said, I think almost all of these will be available to get shipped to you before the holiday weekend next weekend. So if there was something you saw that you want to gift or you want for yourself, you should be in good hands if you're a Prime member. Happy anniversary. It sounds awesome. So, all right. Well, thank you everyone so much for tuning in, and I will see all of y'all next time. So, bye.